Okay.
Oh, we're just starting. Amazing. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the rankings. It's been the double eviction, and it went pretty much exactly as I fucking expected to. Um, I wasn't even there for it. And, I came back to pretty much the exact results that I would have expected. This season is still very good. It's gonna be, I think, one of my favorites. It's been an awesome, definitely our best all-stars. It's been amazing. And there's still game left to play, but it's hard for a season to be super interesting from the final six on, if I'm being so honest, if I'm being so real.
Yeah, it's also just been like long,
Which is funny because it really hasn't been.
but it feels so long. Just because
Because
we've been,
people just play very
it's
actively.
been so fast too. So
Listen, we've only got what, 4 more days?
I know, screeching home.
Crazy. Crazy. 4 days, five people left. Let's have a moment to hold space for this final five. Never in a fucking million years would I have guessed that this would be the fucking final five. I mean, Luke is my winner pick, but and I could have believed that Matt was here preseason, but during the season would never have been my guess. Brandon, the last minute ad, always seems to do well on Big
Mhm.
Brother. The last minute ad is great. Liz, I'll give Liz credit. I didn't think she had it in her. I thought she was gonna flop, but here she is. And the fact that Amanda is here is crazy.
I know.
Like, just like on like iconic principle alone. From how Amanda played in season 7, and she's still here. Like she has a full season of BBSS under her belt. Amanda has played a full season of BBSS. Like, let's just get that out into the space. Um, uh, and this jury's amazing. Yeah, I'm rambling and all, and
I'm
well, yeah.
grateful. Like I'm not saying it was has been a bad season. I'm just like it's time for it to be over.
No, it's time. I'm ready to be done. 4 days time. Like, let's wrap it the fuck up. Um, yeah. Anyway,
Let's dive in. Amanda.
Amanda. Okay, here's what I'll say about Amanda, and this is what's really interesting. In terms of her positioning, she just lost Ryan and Faven. She now has zero allies, maybe one, that being Matt. But Matt is so clearly not prioritizing his own personal well-being in the game and is only prioritizing actively making himself look dumb, I think. So unfortunately for Amanda, she doesn't really have a lot of room. If anyone wins HOH that is not her, she is going up, probably as the target. The question is, does anyone try and pull anything sneaky? Because now we're getting to the point where people are like, you have to start looking inwards because whoever wins HOH has to put up either Amanda and someone else or make a move. So it's interesting. Here's what I will say is very positively about Amanda. I really think that I was discrediting her jury chances. I really think I was discrediting it
Hmm.
because I think if she does get to the end, while I don't expect the majority of this jury to be bitter, I do think that there are a lot of people that would vote for Amanda. I think Peyton would. I think Diego would. I think Faven would. I think Ryan would. Like, I think they want to root for the like this season is full of people that they're not voting bitter, but they want to root for their people. And Amanda had a lot of people. Um, so yeah. With all of that being said, this week she lost Ryan and Faven and is now on the very much outs. Despite her jury chances being well, I do not think that a 4 is low enough to warrant, unfortunately, how shit her position is. If she makes it through this next week, it means that she's either won HOH or made some sort of alliances or whatever. And if she can make it through this week, I don't see a reason why people will like cut her at final 4. Like if there is a week that she's going to go, it's going to be at the final 5, I think. So it'll be interesting.
Theoretically.
I have to lower my score to a 3 because I do feel as though she's just not in the position to warrant a 4. She is so far on the outs. So that's where I'm at. It is a 3 for Amanda from me. But this time it's not a 3 parentheses derogatory. It's a 3 like, damn, this your position sucks, but I think you would have a chance to win if you were in the end. Anyway.
I mean, she was on the block t twice tonight, and law against two of her closest allies, and unfortunately, like she's not winning any of these competitions. So I think a 3 is very warranted. I don't think she even has a shot to get to the end. Unless, I mean, like, here's the thing. This week, she has to be put up against someone else that is working with whoever the HOH is going to be if she's not winning. The question is, are they going to make the move against their alliance member or just take out Amanda and fight to the end? So, that is interesting. But I think the odds of her going home this week are very high, regardless. So,
So
three,
wait, what are you giving her?
three, sorry. I said it in my head, but I did not say it not in my head.
Please. Alrighty, moving on.
Brandon.
Brandon P. Okay. Brandon. Still love Brandon. I am still very much of the opinion that people are not giving Brandon the credit for the game that he's played. Like, Brandon is not just here because he's floated. He has, or I guess he has floated, but I mean floated. He hasn't coasted, is the point. Like, he has actively put in the work and thought about the game. But I think Faven in this last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was this last week, she clocked it perfectly well. Let's go back to season 14, BBSS 14. And let me remind you of our good friend Jackson, who had all the good reads, was in a good middle position, but just didn't do anything about it. He couldn't win a comp, and all of a sudden he just kind of gets taken out, and I think doesn't have the respect of the jury. That's kind of how I see Brandon's spot right now. He's been playing very well. He's been in a great spot, but if you're not willing to make the move, like in memoriam, Andrew Kalmeyer, I'm going to turn it on when we're at the end game. It's at the final five now. We're at the final five. When are we going to make a move? I don't see it happening for Matt or for Brandon. Um, so with that being said, I think his position is good. I think that, well, I wouldn't call his position good. I can't give Brandon a green score, and nor will I not. I will not be doing that. However, Faven and Ryan going home for him, good. His jury chances, not the worst compared to some people. Definitely not the best. I don't feel as though he deserves a red score. I think a lot of people would want to keep him. So I was at a 4 last week. I'm going to raise my score to a 5, but I cannot even come close to considering a green score because I just don't think he has a chance to win the game right now. And at the final five, if you don't have a chance to like really be in the contention for the running of the win, I can't give you a green score. So it's going to be a 5 from me for Brandon.
I was at the three. I'm actually going to go all the way up to the five. Um, I I think it would be harder for Brandon if he hadn't done anything and had to articulate his game. I think he can. He isn't. I wouldn't say he has no chance to win.
I
Um,
think that he will be able to release, if he's in the final two chairs, I think he'll be able to surprise some people.
so we'll see. Um, so and with that being said, like not impossible for him to get to the end. I think. I mean, it just is gonna depend on what how these competitions shake out. I mean, I don't think, despite Brandon not winning any competitions or winning what one competition so far,
He's won a veto, yeah.
I don't think that he's bad at competitions. I think he's just not winning them, which I guess could mean the same thing to some people, but it doesn't to me. Uh, so I'm gonna go for a five. I think behind the front runners, he's the next likely, I would think, to win. So, um, cool.
I mean, yeah, but behind the front runners, you've only got, besides him, Matt and Amanda. Amanda, who is likely not making the end, and Matt, who is likely not winning the game. So I agree that he's
Yeah,
probably third in the running.
right in the middle though. Still got three evictions left. Although it's not looking good to be fair. Okay. Faven.
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 I fucking love Faven. Oh my God. Faven has delivered on this season in so many ways. This is just gonna be me praising Faven before I give my score. She's just awesome. Faven's awesome. She's so funny. She's always gonna be injured. Like I think Faven has joined the list with Wick. Shout out Wick if she's watching this. They're definitely not. But like shout out Wick. Hey Wick. Wick is currently the one person that I'm like, anytime that Wick wants to play BBSS, like I would put Wick on 1,000 seasons because
Hmm.
Wick will always be fun, interesting, awesome. Faven has now joined that list. Faven will always gag the group, but actively play. She's here to have fun, and it's just awesome. I love having Faven around. Um, unfortunately, you know,
This
the
was her
game
time,
finally
and we saw it coming.
it just caught up to her. Her allies were going down. She was on the wrong side of a couple votes. Liz and Luke are starting to pick up steam, which means that in the double, it was unfortunately Faven's time. Um, I do think that even if this wasn't a double and she had like a whole week to campaign, she doesn't quite seem like the person to me to like campaign for the sake of campaigning. She's like, if you're gonna keep me, you're gonna keep me, and if you're not, you're not. So I don't know. I unfortunately think that yeah, this was unfortunately the immovable wall that she was not gonna make it past. So for me, sadly, it's going to be a 2.
Two from Faven. Yeah, two as well for me. I mean, this was kind of writing on the wall for a few weeks now, and her allies are getting picked off, and it really sucks because she was second in both the HOH and the veto tonight. Second in a two-part tiebreaker question in the HOH, but um, I think Faven was doing really well, especially in the beginning to mid jury. But two from me as well, just because I mean there was really no getting out of the position that she's been putting herself in. So two, and now we go to Liz.
Liz. I mean, these next, like, here's the thing. It's kind of getting to, like, I'm thinking back to people like Aaron and Caitlin, to people like Alex and Maeve, to people like Eric. Actually, here's the comparison. Eric and Morgan. I think this is concretely the comparison. Morgan is Liz, Eric is Luke. People, I think, are rooting and expecting for Liz to be the favorite. However, I think that both Luke and Liz are seen as this duo. I think they're going to comp out to the end. I think that Luke is going to reign supreme in some of these endgame comps over Liz and cut her. That's what I foresee happening. I think Liz is the more likely jury favorite. I think Luke is the more likely person that is going to be sitting in the end without Liz. So, I mean, I'm kind of talking about them as a duo here, but talking about Liz specifically, she won HOH. That's another HOH under her belt, which is good for her. Just in terms of resume, I do not think that comps make or break a Big Brother game. However, it is easier to say you've made moves when you have won comps. Um, Taking out Haven was great for her. Um, she's now left in a good position. Here's where I think she's gonna be tripped up a little bit. I don't like. I think she texted in her DR earlier. She was like, okay, like moving forward, like if I end up on the block next to Luke, like Luke's gotta go, right? Like I've got better. And it's like, no, Liz, I think you're a bigger threat and you have worse connections. And I think she's really underestimated how in Luke is with Brandon and Matt specifically. And now we're in a final five where like, I mean, we'll get to Luke in a second. Liz is doing a great job though. Liz is doing a great job. I do think people see her as a threat. I will not be skyrocketing my score for Liz, but I think she deserves to go up because Ryan and Faven both going out of the game is insane,
And one
and
of
she
her
is my
HOH.
favorite. And she's doing great. So I'm gonna be going up to an 8 because she ate.
Me too. Liz is doing great. I think she's not doing great in the sense that there is an extremely direct path for her to the end of the game. I think that she really is gonna have to rely on at least some of these end game competitions, which I think she would have no competition other than Luke. But I think Luke is very tough competition. So, eight for me for Liz. And now let's talk about Luke as we have the second part of the duo here.
It's interesting. I wouldn't wait back to the whole competition thing. I wouldn't say no competition. There's no one here that I think is so insanely that much more prepared on either notes or Google Slides. Like I think Luke is definitely the most prepared on notes, but I think Luke is also definitely the worst at Google Slides.
True, that is definitely true. But
And
I would say the
un
two of them are the most prepared in term.
Well, but now it's also like Matt is also prepared. I want to say Brandon, like the only person that I'm not expecting to be prepared is Amanda. But Amanda's also really good at Google Slides. She won BB Comics. I don't know. I think this is
I've never used slides before. I don't use slides.
yeah, and then wins BB Comics and knows multi-select and all the tools or whatever. Um,
True, Matt has been like preparing. I mean, there was Matt and Amanda had a conversation today where he was like, "I think the final five veto is going to be the web," and I was like, first of all, no. Second of all, he's at least aware that that one of these
but like
comps.
they're ready. They know these comps are coming. Um, I mean we'll get to Matt, but talking about Luke specifically, Luke has set himself up to be in a position where I think he is probably the comp favorite moving forward. And while not explicitly having final twos, he's got an amazing relationship with Liz. He's got an amazing relationship with Brandon. He's got an amazing relationship with Matt. If Luke is on the block, I don't think he goes home, which is a crazy thing because he is playing the best game right now. Concretely, he has been and is continuing to play the best game. Um, Ryan and Faven are now both out. He has perfectly insulated himself. It's insane. He's not the main jury threat. Um, I don't know. He's doing an incredible fucking job. And I will not stop singing his praises. Um, my brain in the preseason just knew. I was at a 9 last week, and I'm gonna be staying at a 9 because the fact that he's in the final five with Liz, Matt, Brandon, and is a likely person to win these endgame comps, and people on the jury are at least acknowledging that he's playing a good game compared to people like Matt and Brandon and Amanda. Like, I don't know. I think we've got all the ingredients. We'll see how it works out for him. But I'm hoping for Luke to be the winner of the season. There, I said it. There, I said it. I'm hoping for Luke or Liz, but I'm hoping for Luke because I think Luke deserves it a hair more.
I
So I'm
agree.
gonna be giving.
I'm gonna go up to a 9 this week. Uh, I mean, he's just gotta make sure he doesn't get sniped. Faven said the same thing, like he did in season 14. Um, Other than that, I mean, he's got some of the jury being like, okay, like Luke, whatever, like dry, whatever. But I think he is the person with the biggest resume right now, with the most connections, with many comp wins, with that he's made big moves with those comp wins and smart decisions with. Um, and I think he's gonna be here until, I would guess until at least finale night. So we'll see. But a 9 for Luke this week. All right, Matt.
Wait, a quick sidetrack before we get to Matt. I have to say, concretely, I don't know who on the jury is gonna be watching this right now because normally I feel like people check out after they're evicted. But I have to say, easily, not even close. This is my favorite jury we've ever
I love
had.
this jury.
They're so much fun. They're talking about the game. They're talking shit, but to the point where they would still vote objectively. I feel like they're not like talking shit and like their delusion of being bitter. Like they're talking shit.
Mhm.
They're talking the shit that they deserve to talk, but also they're like, yeah, and these people are playing good and it's fucking annoying. Like, and they're so funny. Peyton is hysterical. Paige is hysterical. Faven is so funny. Vic is like really in it. Diego's now talking. Actually, let's talk about this. Chloe Farmer has fucking clocked Amanda's shit in this jury chat. This wasn't tonight. This was like yesterday, where like all of a sudden, like Chloe was like, I don't know, Amanda's playing this like really like wishy-washy, I don't know what's going on game. Like, girl, I just want you to own it. And I'm like, okay, Chloe Farmer with like the good, accurate take. Like, I wasn't expecting this, but here we are. Anyway, love this jury. This jury is awesome. Okay, back to Matt. Um, ah, I I love Matt so much. He's just like we are now, how many are on the jury? 8. We are 0 for 8 in terms of jurors that want Matt to win. 0 for 8. I think all 8 of these jurors vote for any of the 4 other people over Matt. I think we might see our first unanimous winner if Matt is in the final 2. That is to the point that we are talking about. Um, because even speaking on behalf of Amanda, Brandon, Liz, and Luke, I think they all vote for each other over they vote for Matt. Maybe Amanda's the one sympathy vote because she loves a sympathy vote, apparently. Um, but depending on who's there, I don't even know that. So Matt, shout out, love you, King. Um, but this ain't it. With that being said, Ryan and Faven going great for him. Like not just good, great. Um, and I think he's now in a scenario where Amanda being alone is great because I think he can rescoop her up. And what he needs to do is he needs to make it to this final three with Amanda and Brandon. He needs Liz out and Luke out now. Um, but it's funny because I don't know if that's explicitly his plan. So we'll see. For me, it's gonna be a three. I'm gonna raise my score because the double boot this week was amazing for him. But like he just does not have a chance to win a jury vote. He does not like concretely will not win a jury vote. Three.
Yeah, which is why I'm gonna stay at a two. Um, I think it's I think I'm usually the one that's like, we'll never say never, but come on. Like I I don't think I don't think there's any I don't know if he has a lot to say. I mean, all of the moves
I
that
think he does have a lot to say. I think he thinks he has a lot to say, and I think he's gonna say it, and the jury's gonna go,
well, all of the moves that he's made, I think have are people are aware of and they just don't like them.
no, no, exactly. I'm saying
Like he's
I
gonna
think
have a
he's gonna
lot to
have things to
say,
say,
but the people are gonna know that and they already don't like what he has to
and
say.
people are gonna find it be dumb. Yeah, exactly.
I'm always the one that's like, you never know, but like I do know.
You never know until you take a step,
Uh,
maybe a leap.
oh, I feel so bad too because he's like, check and check. Now the next step is to win the game, and I'm like, Matt, stop. But 2.5.
2.5. And finally, oh wait, Graph.
When
Come
you
on,
ask who the
positive
last name
increase
of
in
Jessica
score.
from season 19 of Big Brother is,
Huh?
mm,
Oh, Graph. World peace.
well,
Anyway,
actually, now it's Nixon, but
rip. So
Ryan.
Ryan. Um, put up a good effort. This was his time though. We knew this was happening. In fact, I feel like I said concretely a couple Zooms ago, a couple rankings ago, that the final seven was going to be the toughest round for Ryan to get up against because the comps are not exactly your typical skill-based comps. They were not luck, to be clear, but they were not the normal thing that I feel like you could rely on winning. It was a different thing, definitely not as reliable. He got. His allies were slowly being picked off. He was the biggest competition threat. There was no getting around this. He put up a good effort. He got some. I think he got like Brandon considering it. He got Amanda. I think always wanted to keep him, but like Liz was not even considering it. Luke knew that he wanted him out. Matt is brainwashed to do what Luke and Liz want. A Luppet, as we discussed. Um. So yeah, it's gonna be a two for me. No reason to be at a one. He put up a good fight. He's played a good game, but this was happening no matter what. So it's
Yeah, it
going to
was kind of
be
a quiet day today. He knew he was going on the block. He knew he was going home. Don't even fault him for not really. I mean, he like tried, but he didn't really like.
listen. He put up a good fight, but as soon
Yeah,
as he got the
exactly.
no from Liz, he was like, okay, there's no point now.
Yeah, he tried, but he didn't really like try, which I don't fault him for. So two from me as
Yeah.
well. Um, wow, three players getting twos in 1 week, and one of them is in the final five.
All
Oh, I guess
right.
he's at 2.5, I guess. But yeah, week 12 going into week 13.
Um, I. Oh my God, Ava texted. Ava,
What you say?
whenever y'all are casting a non-all-star season, my roommate who played Survivor MSU wants to play. Well, Ava's roommate, look back to this moment on Zoom. Um, Steven said, "Yay." Wait, I meant to text you. What does Steven mean to text
Oh,
Ava? I'm on the edge of my seat.
you didn't think you're gonna read this.
Are you still playing for Oscar Mayer? Oh my gosh! Come on, hot dog or Ava.
If
Anyway,
anyone, Ava, Aoli, Ava,
Aioli Ava. Oh, come on. Come on,
Ava,
Ava. Oh my gosh,
Ava.
Sarah just texted me when she's coming to New York. She'll be here in a few days. I'm so excited. Oh.
It's me, Katsu
Um,
Pussy. Wait, you have to do me a favor. You have to make sure that Camila goes out with you.
Like with Sarah.
Yeah, with
'Cause-
Sarah.
okay.
Like
Okay.
like ask him to go out and then surprise like
And surprise him.
yeah, he won't do it unless he doesn't know.
Is this gonna be like a mess on my end?
We'll talk offline. We'll talk offline.
All right, Camilo, Sarah, you've heard the Stevens plotting here. So wait, yeah, shout out Camilo, shout out Sarah. See y'all in New York soon. Shout out Ava. Hope you get the hot dogger job. Shout out Ava's
She's
roommate.
gonna
We'll see you
apply
on
it.
season 17. Great, awesome. Bye everyone.
I'm trying to think of schools we're recruiting at. I'm going to UT Austin.
Can we stop the recording now?
Well,
We're done. We're done the rankings.
if anyone goes to these schools, I want them to know that the Wienermobile will be there.
God.
Even though this will be posted in like July, but okay, bye.